Right now at 6, two local women appeared in court today charged with killing their boyfriend. And investigators say they have one thing in common. Both crimes appear to have started with some type of domestic abuse. Tijuana McKinnon appeared in a Warren courtroom today, charged in the death of 44-year-old Rand Patterson. Police say she shot her longtime boyfriend on Sunday during an argument that got out of control, and the two reportedly had a history of violence. And in Youngstown, a judge set bond at $100,000 for 19-year-old Autumn Hines. She's charged in the death of her boyfriend, Rashad Bailey, last month. First News is learning this incident wasn't the first time police were called because of problems between Hines and Bailey. And experts say there are many more stories like this, many we don't hear about until it's too late. 27 First News reporter Jerry Ricciuti has our top story tonight.
Just 19 years old, Autumn Hines sits and occasionally shakes her head in court. Already with two small children and another on the way, she now faces murder charges.
Enter pleas of not guilty to each count within the indictment.
Hines was arrested 3 weeks ago, accused of killing her live-in boyfriend, Rashad Bailey, during a fight. At the time, police said Bailey punched Hines, and she then stabbed him to death.
It becomes difficult. They become frustrated, and sometimes they feel like the only result is for them to fight for their lives.
Police records indicate this wasn't the first time Hines and Bailey had had problems. Twice last year, Hines filed domestic violence and assault complaints against Bailey, claiming he repeatedly punched and shoved her during other arguments, but she never pressed criminal charges. Melinda Gavins of the Sojourner House Battered Women's Shelter tells me Mahoning County has some of the worst records for domestic violence, ranked 7th in the state 2 years ago. She says victims are often reluctant to leave their attackers.
And people question why. Why do you keep staying? But it's not easy sometimes for them to leave those relationships.
Especially if children are involved.
We do a lot of safety planning. How can we help you exist safely?
Gavin says counselors stress education, but adds victims need to come forward and seek help before they're either hurt again or they strike back on their own.
We don't want you ever to get to that point where you feel that that's your only result. We want you to know that there are other avenues out there.
For now, Hines is jailed on a $100,000 bond. She faces life in prison if convicted. Jerry Ricciuti, WKBN 27 First News.